Chupacabra.
Teresa slammed the front door behind her, backpack thudding to the floor. "Mom, we got invited to go camping." Her sisters Kelly and Jan echoed the excitement, practically bouncing in their sneakers. "Melody picked the spot," Teresa said. "They said it's the best place ever for fishing." Their mom paused, drying her hands on a dish towel. "Fishing, huh? Where?" Teresa hesitated. It's a new place near the old canyon. They said it's quiet, beautiful, and kind of forgotten." Mom Betty raised an eyebrow. "Forgotten or avoided?" Teresa rolled her eyes. "Mom, just don't let the Chupacabra get you," she said, half joking, half serious. The girls froze. "Chupacabra?" Mom leaned against the counter. "Girls, that campsite, Camp Chupa, people don't go back to it. The tale is, there's something out there. It drinks blood, it lies in the water and the land, waiting." Teresa laughed nervously. Oh yeah, Mom, sure. Loca Mama strikes again. Her telekinesis wins." "Go ahead. I ain't going though," Mom said. "Have fun." "Yes, we love you, Mama. You're the best." Okay. As long as you finish your chores early this week and don't throw your clothes under the bed. I find them. "Okay, Mom," they shouted, already halfway to the fridge. But as they giggled and planned their trip, Mom stood still. Her eyes drifted to the window. The wind had shifted, the birds had gone quiet, and somewhere far off in the canyon, something blinked. Chapter 2, The Departure. "Jan, Kelly, don't forget the tents," Mom's voice echoed from the kitchen, half laughing, half panicked. "Got it," Teresa called back, grabbing the duffel bag and sprinting down the stairs, with Kelly close behind. "We're on it, Mom," Jan added, nearly tripping over her own sneakers. Mom met them at the door, holding up a phone. "Take lots of pictures, girls, and have fun." "We love you, Mom," they chorused, hugging her in a flurry of backpacks and tangled hair. "Ciao, girls," Mom waved as they darted out the door. Outside, Melody's mom honked twice from the driveway. The van was already packed, music thumping softly from inside. Jan leaned out the windows, grinning. Teresa and Kelly tossed their gear in the back, climbed in, and slammed the door shut. The van pulled away, tires crunching on the gravel. Mom stood on the porch, smiling, but her eyes lingered on the horizon. The wind had changed again, and somewhere beyond the canyon, the water had gone still. Chapter 3, Camp Chupa. The van rolled to a stop at the edge of the lake, tires kicking up dust as music thumped from every direction. Camp Chupa was alive. Boats bobbed on the water, strung with lights and laughter. Tents dotted the shoreline like little glowing pyramids. The scent of barbecue drifted through the trees, mixing with lake and mist and sunscreen. "Woo! Ciao!" someone shouted from the docks. "This way, amigas," Melody said, her sunglasses catching the moonlight. Teresa and Jan and Kelly jumped out of the van, racing down the gravel path. "There's our spot. Let's go." They reached the site breathless, arms flung around friends, laughter echoing across the lake. Seniors, almost graduates. This was their last big weekend before everything changed. Blankets were spread, coolers popped open. The food table was already stacked with chips, sodas, and skewers, waiting for the grill. Melody set up the lanterns. Teresa unfolded the tents. Kelly lit the fire pit. "Okay, this is perfect," Jan said, spinning in a circle. "We're going to remember this forever." But as the girls danced and posed for pictures, the lake stayed quiet. And far out, past the last boat, something blinked. Two eyes, green, watching and waiting. Chapter 4, The Missing Sweater. The fire crackled to life, sending sparks into the night sky. Blankets were spread, marshmallows were already melting. The girls gathered around the flames, laughter echoing off the lake. Jan, have you seen my sweater? Teresa asked, glancing at the empty chair. It was right there. I could have sworn. Jan shrugged her shoulders. Nope, haven't seen it. Melody looked up from her phone. No sweater here. Huh? Teresa muttered, puzzled. She scanned the area, then shrugged it off. Maybe it fell behind the cooler, but no one checked. The music played on, the fire danced, and the sweater stayed missing. They paused around soda and chips, swapping stories from school, prom plans, graduation speeches, college dreams. Melody told a joke that made everyone snort. Jan nearly dropped her drink, laughing. The night felt perfect, but just beyond the firelight, the lake rippled and something blinked. Chapter 5, Splash Day. The sun rose hot and golden over Camp Chupa, burning off the mist from the lake. It was swimming day, race day, the best day. Come on, girls, let's go, Melody shouted, already halfway to the dock. Okay, Teresa said, hesitating, but I can't swim. So what? You're going, Jan laughed, grabbing her hand. The girls ran barefoot down the path, towels flying, hair bouncing, sunglasses on. The lake shimmered like glass. Boats floated lazily. The water called. One by one, they dove in, shrieking, splashing, and racing. We love Camp Chupa, 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 Camp Chupa. Their chant echoed across the lake, bouncing off the trees. They swam in circles, played tag in the water, and floated on inner tubes like queens of summer. Jan clung to the dock, laughing. Okay, I'm not dead. I'm good. Melody tossed her afloat. You're a legend now. They had a blast. But far beneath the surface, something stirred. The chant had reached it, and the water had gone still. Chapter 6, Something's Gone. The sun dipped low behind the trees, and the girls trudged back to the campsite. Towels slung over shoulders, hair damp and tangled from a day in the lake. Teresa flopped onto a blanket. I'm exhausted. Jan dropped her flip-flops. That was the best swim ever. Kelly opened the cooler, then froze. Wait, the food is gone. What? Teresa blinked. What do you mean gone? No way, Jan said, rushing over. Someone stole it. Don't blame anyone, Teresa whispered. Don't be so loud. People can hear us. Melody held up the empty container. Pasta, salad, gone. Kelly checked the grill. Meat, gone. Jan opened the foil. Even the tortillas? Teresa stood up slowly. Wait. My sweater. It was on the chair. Kelly looked around. Now the food? Something was going on. Not cool if someone took our things. Jan shouted toward the other campsites. Kelly echoed, seriously? Not cool. But no one answered. The fire crackled, the lake was quiet, and the forest didn't blink. They ate what was left, a few chips, a half bottle of soda, and a bruised apple. Then they zipped up their tents and went to bed. Outside, the wind shifted, and something moved in the trees. Chapter 7, The Glow. Rustle and crunch they heard, a soft thud outside the tent. Melody stirred, half asleep. Oh no, someone's taking something again. She rolled over, eyes still closed. Then her brow furrowed. Wait, her eyes snapped open. Not while I'm here, they won't, she muttered, sitting up with a jolt. She tied her sneakers fast, double knot, no hesitation, and unzipped the tent flap in one swift motion. I caught ya, she shouted, leaping out into the night. Silence, nothing, just the fires, last embers, and the soft hum of crickets. She turned slowly, scanning the shadows. Then she saw it. At the far end of the campsite, just beyond the last tent, something glowed. Not fire, not a flashlight. A soft green shimmer, pulsing low to the ground, like breath, like eyes. Melody froze. The glow blinked. Once, twice, then it vanished.